Tilted, Christine and the Queens. Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, smart speaker, and 88 to 91 FM. Right back.
In the BBC News at 10 o'clock, this is Jason Kay. Members of the United Nations have reached an agreement aimed at safeguarding the world's oceans after 15 years of negotiations. The High Seas Treaty will mean that 30% of the international seas will become protected areas. Rebecca Helm, who's a marine scientist, has been attending the conference in New York. She told the BBC why the agreement was important.
The ocean is responsible for half the oxygen we breathe. It is responsible for managing the impacts of climate, absorbing CO2, and a healthy ocean really means that we are in a position to be able to respond to climate change without having to also worry about the health of our other common resource, the ocean.
The Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has said he's determined to make sure that illegal migrants are deported as he prepares to announce new laws next week. Charities have criticised plans that are set to stop anyone arriving in the UK on a small boat from claiming asylum. The Northern Ireland Secretary Chris Heaton-Harris told the Sunday with Laura Koonsberg programme on BBC One that the new rules were necessary and proportionate.
I think my constituents would say we obviously don't have the laws that we need to tackle this problem because this problem is still ongoing. We do need to tighten the law, actually, because the law has been challenged. And equally, when we announced the Rwanda scheme, it was challenged immediately. And, that was found in the UK High Court to be a legal scheme.
The Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis has asked the families of the victims of Tuesday's rail disaster for forgiveness. At least 57 people died when two trains collided near the city of Larissa. Rail workers have blamed government neglect for what happened. Leaked WhatsApp messages suggest the former Health Secretary Matt Hancock advocated scaring people to ensure they complied with COVID lockdown rules. More exchanges between senior government figures during the pandemic have been published in the Sunday Telegraph. They haven't been verified by the BBC. In one from December 2020, Mr Hancock talks of frightening the pants off everyone about a new variant. Labour's Jonathan Ashworth was the Shadow Health Secretary at the time.
Many people will be deeply troubled by what's been revealed. It's why all of these messages need to be passed to a proper inquiry. We need to get on with that inquiry. Mm-hmm. It needs to report in some preliminary way by the end of the year.
Regulated rail fares in England and Wales are rising by 5.9% today, adding hundreds of pounds to the cost of many annual season tickets. The increase is above last year's 4.8% hike, but well below the current rate of inflation. Train operators said fares needed to be set at an appropriate level. And the weather, it'll be colder today, cloudy across most of the UK, but with some bright spells in the north, showers moving across western and eastern coasts. That's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 10.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Listen live on the BBC Sounds.
Morning, Love Songs, Hour 2.
BBC Radio 2.
Something from Rhymes with in just a mo.
Steve writes
Sunday Love Songs.
Rhymes with Tigers.